If you're someone like me, guys, and you own any of these cameras over here, and you own a Sony a7 IV camera, then this will be the video for you. So I'm sure if you're someone that owns a Sony a7 IV, when you first open that box and you realize you took everything out and there's no charger inside, you're like, what? You paid so much money for this. Why is there not a charger included? Then, you can relate to this video. So what happened here is I have a charger. It's actually a dual charger system from Llano. And I want to get into the unboxing and show you guys what's included into the box, and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right, guys. So here is the box for the Llano dual battery charger. And once you open it, guys, I like the presentation so far. Once you open it, you're greeted with the actual charger itself. But let's look further and see what else is included inside the box. On the bottom of the box, you have the instruction manual, and that basically explains everything about the charger itself. Let me put that to the side. If you look to the side right here, there's also a little box. And once you open that, you are greeted with the USB cable. So it's USB-C to USB-C. Put it to the side. And now you also have a nifty little case, or should I say a bag, like so. Let's put it to the side. And also you have a lanyard, and basically you can put this on the side of the case, and you actually can have it in your hands. Let's put it to the side. So once you go open to the other side now, you have included two of the NF-FZ100 battery for your Sony camera, and you can see it right there. All right, so let's go to the charger and see what's it all about. So here you have the charging case rather, and so far, once I hold it in my hand, it has this nice texture of like a velvety material, but you know that is probably definitely like a hard shell plastic. But the quality so far, it's really, really nice. I really like that. Once you open it, you realize that there's some resistance on the case, and that's because it has magnets on the edges over it. So whenever it is you have any batteries on the inside, it is going to be protected. If you should, for whatever reason, turn it upside down, it's not going to fall out. So speaking of batteries, like I mentioned before, this comes with two batteries included. All right. So when you put it in, like so, there's one level it goes to, but once you press it one more time, it's going to go to another level, and that's another secure feeling to have. And when you actually put it in, you're going to notice that there's actually a display right here. Oh, I still have a sticker on here. Let me just take this off real quick. Okay, so once you look at that, you'll see that it shows a percentage of the actual battery. But not to mention that to the left of the LCD screen right here, you have a little button, and if you press that, it indicates to you how much power is in the battery. Also, if you turn it around to the other side, you're going to notice that you have a USB-C connection here, and this is where you're actually going to be charging the unit. And to charge a unit, you can, it's not included a brick for the charging, but also, most persons have that lying around the house somewhere. But also it supports fast charging, and the fast charging that it supports is 18 watts, I think it is. And that is pretty good. And what they're saying on their site is it supports about, I think it's 2 0.8 to 3 hours of charging, and it gets it to 100%. So I think that's a really good thing to have, guys. And like I mentioned before, when you do have the batteries on the inside and you turn it upside down, you don't have to worry about the batteries actually falling out. Even though the lid is actually open, I'm shaking it and the batteries aren't necessarily falling down. So you know that when you actually close it and you go like that, you know that the batteries aren't going to be falling out, guys. So that, I think, is a really good feature to have. Also, when you look on the right hand side in the corner, you see a little slot here, and this slot also, which is a really good thing, is that it actually supports for SD cards. So when you put it in, there's an extra little click to know that the card is actually in there, and if you press it one more time, it's going to come back up. And I think that's a really good feature to have, guys. And I love, like I said, the design of it so far, and it's very compact and small, as you can see right there. I really like that, and like I mentioned before, if I press that little button, you're going to see the indications right there of how many battery or how many power is left into the battery. And I do actually like that, guys. The one thing I do appreciate too, guys, is the fact that the support for the NP FZ100 battery for Sony, I think I really do enjoy the fact you also get this included in the package, because they also have two. So this one here comes with the two batteries included, but you also have a version that has no batteries included, and that is also, I think, is about $50 something for the price. This, however, is about $109, I think I paid for it, and I think this is a really good deal because you're getting two extra batteries in there, and you don't have to necessarily worry about buying any more batteries because it comes included in this. And if you're worried, guys, if these batteries, because they're not the OEM version, will they be working inside your camera? And I can prove that to you guys. So I recently updated my firmware on my Sony a7 IV, and I remember one person actually asked me if when I do update to the newest firmware, will it be able to use non-OEM batteries in there? And I'm going to prove it to you guys right now. So I have my a7 IV right here, and all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take it out and I'm going to put it in like so. And once I put it in, turn it on, it comes up, and you can see right here in the corner, it shows that it's 100%. So if I turn it to the camera right here, you can actually see the percentage mark right there. So it's 100%, which is basically representative of what you actually saw on the case down here. All right. So I really like the fact that you can actually use a non-OEM battery inside your camera, and you don't have to worry whether it's going to work or not. Speaking of working, when I tested this initially, guys, I actually ran a video and it went for about an hour to 3 hours, and it was still had about 20% of battery life in there still, which I think is pretty good, guys. So you don't have to worry whether or not this battery is going to drain very quickly. On the other hand, guys, I actually weighed each of these batteries. So hold on one second. So let's just see what the difference in terms of the weight is with each of these batteries. Okay, so I have my scale here. Let me just turn it on. So these are the original OEM batteries for Sony, right? And I'm going to put it on the scale, and right now it's saying 83 grams. That's how much it weighs. All right. So if I take this off, sorry about that, I dropped my battery, but if I take this off and I open and put on the non-OEM battery, and this is the Llano battery, and put it on, this actually weighs 78 grams. So you're talking about 5 grams less than the OEM version of the Sony. And also, if I should actually, let me take the memory card out, and if you guys would like to know how much the case actually weighs, let me put it on here. So this weighs 169 grams, okay? Having both batteries in the case, guys, and put it on the scale, It weighs a total of 326 grams. And I think that's pretty good because, like I mentioned before, guys, the size of this is pretty good. So you don't have to worry whether or not it's going to fit inside your camera bag because it's not going to take up much space. And I think that's pretty good, guys. And the next thing, so guys, the batteries of the Llano has a 2400 milliamp battery, but the OEM version of the Sony has 2280 milliamps. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys, if you guys wanted to know that. What I want to do now, guys, is actually just kind of weigh the pros and cons for this charger. For me, the pros so far is the fact that you can hold 2 of your batteries inside of the case, as well as it also has a slot for the SD card. And also, I love the fact that it actually supports fast charging, and it, like I mentioned before, I think it supports up to 18 watts of fast charging. So let's keep that in mind, guys, because if you go over that, I don't think it's going to be charging properly. All right. And also, the thing I like about this too as a pro is the fact that it has a magnetic cover, right? So not having to worry whether or not your batteries are going to fall out in the event it should be turned upside down like this. All right, guys. And for me now, the cons, the thing I don't like sometimes is when you look on the screen, you kind of sometimes does not get an accurate reading of the actual battery inside when it's put inside the case. That's one thing that I actually noticed, because sometimes you will see, like it shows now, that is 100%. Let me just press it right there, like it's 100%. But if I should plug it in, it shows you one of them is 90%, sorry, one of them is 90% and the other is 87%. So just keep in mind, guys, whenever you do put the batteries inside the case and you press the button to show what the percentage is inside the case, it uses a small amount of battery, power from the actual battery to show the indication on the screen. So for me, like guys, that's a very, very small con for me. I don't think that's something that you need to worry yourself about. But I think if they should maybe do an update the design of this thing, maybe what they could do is include a lithium battery inside the case so that when you put the batteries inside there, it will charge the battery. So I think that's a very good thing for them to do in the future. When it comes on to charging, you have a lightning bolt that is indicated on the screen like this, and you'll see it moving right there. What that indicates, guys, if you see it flashing, you're using a regular charger to charge your batteries inside the case. However, when you start using a fast charger, the indication would actually change. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So right now I have this newer battery right here. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna plug it into my newer battery. Once I plug it in, it's going to indicate once it starts charging now, you're gonna notice that this is not flashing anymore. So that this means that this charger is a fast charging charger and indicates to you that on the screen right there, guys. Let me just show you guys that, what it looks like. So you can see that the lightning bolt right there is just stagnant. This is just indicating to you that you're actually using a feature that is built inside to indicate whether or not it is fast charging or just a regular charging. Just so you know that, guys. So if you guys are interested in this nifty little device, I'll leave an affiliate link down below for you to purchase both versions, which is the version that comes with 2 batteries and the version that comes without the 2 batteries. And you know, like I mentioned before, the version without the batteries will be here and the version with the 2 batteries will be here, because I don't remember the exact pricing right now, guys, but I know that it's about 50% cheaper. And I think that is pretty good, because if you think about just one of these batteries, I think it's about $70-something. I'll definitely put up the right price on the screen over here somewhere, but it's about $70-something for one of these batteries. And if you think about getting this case with 2 batteries for $100-something, you're definitely getting a major discount on this thing, guys. So like I mentioned before, guys, links would be in the description below if you need to purchase this charger right here, and it truly supports the channel if you do use the link below, guys. So if you have enjoyed this video, guys, smash that like button, guys, and if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.